Oh, welcome back to the V4 Vanilla server. Man, this village needs some help. This is the village right in between my base and spawn, and it has been destroyed by zombies. The paths are looking all overgrown, the buildings are falling apart, but we're not going to look at that today. We're over here because it also happens to be right next to the mini games, and I want to add something a little bit gaming related today. So if we take a little flight on over this way, oh my rockets, I want to get into the ice boat racing business here. Not necessarily business, we're not making money off of it, but we need to do some racing. And I think we're going to start it off by building like just a nice little oval circuit track, call it like a training center for ice boat racing. Let people get used to the track, get used to the controls before we can then branch off and build like some more intricate courses somewhere. So I think right over here would be a good little spot. Right behind these mini games, our Golem game has a little space behind it, and they even have a nice little cliff here where we can potentially make a stadium out of it, build in some stadium seating. So I've got something a little bit planned out, and I think it should fit in nicely here. Um, let's take to the skies again and make sure I did fly around a few different places and try to find a good spot for it. I'm thinking this oval right in here should fit quite nicely. Yeah, okay. I'm going to start laying it out, get some ice down, and then we'll check back in once we have a track and can think about what kind of redstone bonuses we can add to it. And here's a racetrack. As you can see, it is certainly just the basics, but we've got a nice little oval going on, something people can practice on, and something that will hopefully spur some more tracks in the future. But it's not too big, but it's enough room to pass somebody if you're going around. And people like myself included, can practice taking their turns and things like that. I certainly need some practice. I am not very good at ice boat racing, but I do enjoy it, and I like building the tracks. So I did say there were some redstone components that I wanted to potentially work out, testing out here. We do need like a start finish line, so I'll get that in eventually too. But a couple things that I want to test out is a lap counter, so that if you are doing this just individually, then you can get like a timed lap. Or maybe, have a board where we can put our fastest time for 3 laps or 5 laps, something like that, so that we can have a timer going and it'll count the number of laps for us. So that would be cool. Obviously, it doesn't work once you get multiple people out here because um, then you have multiple people crossing the line and things would get messed up. Maybe there's a way to make it work, but it doesn't sound easy. With one person, it should be pretty straightforward. And then I also want to mess around with some target blocks. So if we have snowballs while we race, we can throw them. We cannot throw them while we are pressing forward. So while I have the forward key pressed, I can't throw. But as soon as I let go of the forward key, then I can start throwing. So I'm thinking it would be cool if there were like targets. I don't even know which way I'm facing. This makes it so much harder to try to move around. If there's targets on the side of a racetrack, this would just be for practice, but maybe a different track in the future that would trigger like traps or could potentially be used to trigger a shortcut if you hit the target. I think that would be so cool. So I want to try to see if that's possible to like hit while you're still moving. It looks like the targets would have to be pretty low as I'm throwing them around here. Man, it makes it so hard to keep your orientation straight when you're doing that. But if we aim way up high, do they go up higher? Yeah, a little bit. I think they would have to be big targets, like 2 by 2 target blocks, not an individual target block. So that's something I want to put in. Maybe on that cliff over there would be a nice spot. Um, and then I think, do snowballs, what happens if a snowball hits a boat? Nothing. Okay, good to know. So we don't have to worry about breaking other contestants' boats, which is good. So yeah, that's definitely a mechanic that I want to explore some more here. And then, of course, since this is our training facility, we do also need like a building for to, tell people what's going on, introduce the thing, maybe have some locker rooms, some boat storage facilities, things like that. And I think a good place for that would, of course, be on one of the ends. And on the end over there, we're kind of tucked behind the game a little bit. So maybe that puts us out in here for a build. I'm gonna get out of here. Too many creepers and stuff around. I'm scared. But yeah, I like our course here. We're got a good start, and hopefully we can work in some more fun things to it coming up soon. We said we wanted some redstone, and oh, look at this. We got some redstone. It's a tripwire hook. That's right, and there's a little bit more to it as well. We should be functionally ready to go here. We have our starting box and then some redstone happening underneath to give us a timed result for our 4-lap race. So let's give it a little test out, give it a little spin, and then we'll see what's going on underneath. Go! Ooh, we got a little lag jump there, but oh no. Oh no, I did it again. I did it again. I didn't actually, turn on our timer. Okay, timeout. Reset. Reset. Yeah, no, you gotta turn it on to start. Turn it on and then start. Okay, let's try again. Okay, here we go. Let's try this again. We will turn it on. And then we can start our race. All right, ready, 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 ready. Let's go. All right, so like I said, this is a nice little 4-lap timed race. So we will take a few spins around the track and see what kind of result we get. I don't know why I went with 4 laps. It just seemed like a good duration here. Let's see. All right, I think we're at about 2, halfway there. Anything else I can talk about while we go? So you see we have 2 tripwire hooks that we're going through, and they are set at ground level. If you set them at head level, there's a chance you sneak by without triggering it if you go by the block like right up against the wall. But if we go by like that, even though with it whoop, through the block that the hook is in, like that, we still set it off. Oh, come on, let me get out of here. All right, so we saw the firework rocket go off. We'll get some nice rockets in there, but right now that's just our hey, you're done trigger. And we look at our score. Okay, we got 1 stack plus 44. That's a pretty decent time right there. I'm sure I can do better if I'm actually paying attention, but that's maybe even the best I've done yet. I didn't mess up too badly. All right, so and then when we're done, we're gonna hit that switch to drain it on out and let the items empty out of the chest, so it'll be ready for the next go around. So if we see what's going on underneath, it all starts here with our start button. That plays our nice little 4-beat tune, and then starts the timer by pushing over this block here to unlock these hoppers, and that allows our stack of items here to start draining out at normal hopper draining speed, and those items then get item elevatored up to the chest up above, and that ends up being our time, our score here. And then at the same time, we also have this line that also hits on the start just to flush out our system, our lap counting system, which is down here. Yeah, over here. Just to make sure that none of our 4 laps, if somebody else has triggered them, they get reset. So we had the 2 tripwire hooks, one coming from this side and one's coming from this side. So every time that side is the one back by the start, it's the second one that gets hit. So when that gets hit, we're firing over through and sending out 1 item from our dispenser. But first, the tripwire hook on the opposite end of the track has to be hit to have a block here so that the signal goes through. So you can't just kind of cheat it by going in a mini loop over the same tripwire hook over and over and over again. You have to actually do a full lap. And then once 4 of those get spit out, our signal strength is enough to stop the the timer and then send out a firework rocket. So that's what we've got so far. That's the redstone behind it. I may rig up something with some target blocks and, like I was saying, throw some snowballs or something, but I think that would just be for fun and not an actual part of the time score. Yeah, so that's the redstone behind it. I have a little building laid out and something in mind, so that's going to be the next step. Well, here she is. We've got our completed ice boat training facility, going with the modern type feel, trying to keep it cool colors to go with our ice theme. We got a little landscaping on the side, but clearly some work still needed to be done with the massive torch spam in the field here, and got to work out some paths for this area. But yeah, there we go. A modern build, something a little bit different from me, but I like how it turned out. It certainly haven't done anything like this maybe ever before, at least not in a while. Let's go check out the inside. Really like all the blue signs. Nice to be able to use that now. We've got our boats on display out here. A little bit of a museum thing going on. We've got the original boat, a replica, of course, since we can't do the original, introduced in July of 2010, and the updated boat model as of December 2018. Mm-hmm. Aha, there's our boats. This will be the wall where people can post their times that they get on their little 4-lap spree. I do need to get some signs in here so that people can actually put some things on the wall. We've got our not rule, but like introduction board over here, hopefully to walk people through what's going on. You can do the open training, just go and boat around as you wish, or you can do the timed 4-lap challenge. If you want to do the time challenge, you got to make sure the chest is empty and the light here is on before you start. And then you put your boat on the starting spot out there and push the button to start. Hopefully that's clean enough instructions. So the time challenge, you want to make sure the chest is empty. You empty it by turning this light off. If I put anything in there, it'll get sucked away right now. We can put stone. Yep, see there. Bye bye stone. Make sure it's empty, and then turn the light on. Go to the start, and then when you're done, you gotta find out what your score is, write it down, and then turn the light back off to empty the chest. Yes. If the timer is running, and you'll know the timer's running because like stone is either currently accruing in here or like flashing through, even if it's draining right out, then you gotta push this red button to stop it. It's like a kind of like a system reset. I think I could push it now and it would not hurt anything. Yeah, that should be fine. Um, but yeah, let's check out the build. We're trying to get anything with blue colors. Apparently, there's only one painting, so we got two of them. We got the locker room and boat storage in here. If you want to put on your boat racing uniform, I hear it helps you go faster. And then we've got a little storage room in here with some boats if anybody needs a ride. And of course, our favorite painting, because it's blue. So yeah, that's our build. I like the modern feel, like the blue colors, keeping with the theme. Our track, we already did a little test run. I covered up the redstone there. That's a nice chunky, ugly blue box. We could give it another run so we can write down our time, but would need some signs for that. So maybe I should do that real quick. Let's go get some signs, and then we'll give it another run so we can record our score. We are back with way too many signs. We'll just throw them in there for now. And then let's give this thing a run. We should just go ahead and push this button. I think that won't mess anything up, just to make sure that everything is reset. And then we need to turn this on. We need to get in our boat. And then we need to press the button, and let's give it a go. Alright, so we got 4 laps here. Let's hopefully try to do a good job and put up a somewhat decent score. I'll probably go back through here again and try to improve my score later at some point. Um, not too great at taking these corners. Clearly, I need some practice. Whoop, there we go. That's a minus 2-second penalty right there. Whatever. Get stuck on a corner, definitely know you're not going to get a great score. But if you can even if you don't take the corners well, if you just kind of bounce it right around, you're gonna make it through okay. Is that it? Do we have one more? Hey, we're done. We got our fireworks. Maybe we should get some fireworks shooting off over here too, so that you can see like in front of you and actually see the fireworks when you're done. That would be a good idea. But for now, let's go check out our score, see how we did. All right, we got 64 plus 28. Not bad, not bad, not bad. So we'll grab our sign, throw it up on the board. Right about here, we'll go fill, and do some quick math. That should be about like 92. Or you know what? Let's make it easy for people. We'll go 1 stack plus 28. There we go. Then people don't even have to do math. If we just stick with the same format right there. No math required. And we're done, so we turn it off. There we go. There we go. That's it. That's the whole thing. That is it. Haha. That's it. So thanks for watching, everybody. I hope you like the build and like the ice boat racetrack. The training facility, at least. The whole point of this is to hopefully get some more people excited about ice boat racing and then make our own more advanced track somewhere else in the world, and hopefully some other people will be inspired to make a track too. We can have a nice little racing circuit. That'd be fun. So yeah, let me know what you think, and I will see you next time.